name is Yoni Greenbaum. I'm Vice President and General Manager of Digital at Philadelphia Media Network. Philadelphia Media Network owns the Philadelphia Inquirer and the Philadelphia Daily News, both of which are represented online by Philly.com, the region's largest web portal. The challenge that regional newspapers have and regional media properties have is that they haven't adequately monetized their current holdings. There's a lot more that we can do before we actually, we think, get to the point of actually turning on a paywall or a metered model. You know, one of the things that I talked about that we've started to do more of is monetize search traffic, monetize our archives. That's something we're doing with a company called Perfect Market. Finding partners like that become really key, I think, to publishers right now. We've learned that trying to do it on our own doesn't really work effectively. I think once we've optimized those opportunities and we're monetizing those pieces of operations effectively, to be honest, I think a paywall or a meter becomes really attractive.
Can you explain what it means to monetize search traffic? Are you talking about internal search traffic on Philly.com?
You know, there's the search engines, Google, Yahoo, Bing, very effective at bringing traffic to us. Most of that traffic is drive-by traffic. They're intent visitors, and they typically wind up on pages that are being monetized at the lower end of the spectrum. So CPMs of 49 cents, 50 cents. That's really not an opportune situation for us. So we, in this case, as I said, working with Perfect Market, you know, we've been able to drive that, the RPM up significantly. And it's really created a new stream for us. And it fits into that larger model of then understanding that, wow, there was an opportunity on search. Where else are these opportunities? Is there an opportunity on social? Is there an opportunity on maybe niche products that we have? Just what are we doing? And are we doing those things effectively before we go after what I think many people perceive to be the silver bullet, and that being the paywall or a meter? Pay a lot of attention to your contracts. You want to fail fast. Aggressively negotiate your service level agreement and you're out. I don't mean to sound so down on it, but I do think there are risks and benefits to those types of relationships, and those that I think we've gone into with our eyes open, and really strong contracts and really clear definition of what we were expecting. We've gotten a lot out of. Those that haven't, we get out of really fast. So, you know, the newspaper industry has a tendency to outsource for a couple of years and then try to bring it all back in. I think what's changing that process right now is just the cost of producing, creating tablet apps, creating smartphone apps at the volume that we need. It really is just prohibitive to bring in that talent. So we're all forced to really go out and to see who else is in the market that can really help us. But you really need to do due diligence, and it's complicated a little bit by this is all being so new. So the contract in the end is just the key thing.
Are you guys, have you guys created mobile and tablet apps?
Yeah, so we have, we've launched our first iPad app, Philly Baseball for the iPad. It's something we're rather proud of. It includes a really great live game experience, very similar to MLB. Contrary to what I just said, we built it in-house. We also have, I think at this point, about half a dozen smartphone apps. And some of those are being handled by Mobile Roadie, who has a good product that we definitely like. Others go through Verve Wireless, and we've dabbled in one or two of our own.
And it seems from what you say with the tablet app being baseball and then a number of mobile apps, it seems like you're unbundling the paper for those platforms?
I think one of the dreams on the print side always was to allow the reader to get what sections of the paper they wanted every day. So the idea being that I could say I want the front section, which has the international news and sports, and my next door neighbor could get the business section and entertainment. We haven't gotten there on the print side. I think we've dabbled a little bit on the digital side to provide that. I think we've also believed that by unbundling, we can maximize the revenue that we're bringing in, because somebody who follows the Philadelphia Phillies might also follow the Philadelphia Eagles or the Philadelphia Flyers. And if we're charging $9 for one app, $9 the next, $9 the other, suddenly we're getting $27 from that one person who would never have paid $27 for one app before.
Thinking of moving into new product spaces, and I'm specifically thinking of kind of Groupon-y type of things for the local markets, because I know Boston.com just launched deals the other day. And have you guys done anything like that, or is it on your radar?
Yeah, no, definitely. We have a product called Dealio.com. We launched it last July, so I guess we could say we're a little bit ahead of the curve for the newspapers. The deal space has been an interesting one. We're working right now on a B2B play for daily deals. But I think in the end, we see it as the early stages of a local advertising platform that really provides a steady, developing customer base for local businesses and local advertisers, instead of the fly-by-night consumer that they tend to get off a lot of the deals.
And then final question is, looking out a year from now, what excites you? What are you hoping to achieve?
I think one of the things we're really working on in Philly is starting to look at moving our subscriber base to a long-term subscriber base. The idea of people, we don't want to make the mistake of just having subscribers who focus on week or month deals or 8-week deals, but rather building a subscriber base who's going to be around with us for 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. It's worked for the cable industry, it works for the telecom industry. There's no reason why it can't work for the newspaper industry.